I'm like your tour guide, and we're just sort of casually wandering around. And this is this super dangerous area. Don't worry, it can't hurt you now, because you're an agent of the Mad King Thorn. It is so cool, though. I love this question. So here we go. Here's the next guy. I bear greetings from Mad King Thorn to you, most excellent of all reapers, custodian of the glorious and picturesque spawning pools. My lord has need of your vast knowledge and peerless wisdom. Spare me your empty flattery, Candyman. The deranged spirit you call master seeks knowledge of doom, does he not? Doom was the one thing he had previously ruled out, but I believe he'll find that knowledge invaluable now. How did you know what I sought? Humph, I know all that transpires in the underworld. You intend to ask me to meet with King Frozenwind and my fellow reapers, do you not? Save your words, for I already depart for the Hall of Judgment. He seems like the most mean reaper. He's a mean reaper. The other ones are kind of cool, at least a little bit. So yeah, now we just got another really long walk. I kind of consider this section of the Underworld to be all its own area. How long are we in? We're in 20 minutes. I may cut this bit of the walk, because basically everything that you have to get to through the mountains, it's all like one section for me. So I do this bit first, and then I go off and do the labyrinth, and then the veil, and then I end with the ice waste, because that's right next to Frozenwind, which is where we're in the quest. So I think I'll see you guys back where we spawned at the start, the labyrinth, because it's just going to be a big long walk back until then. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Sounds good to me. Unless I die, in which case you'll see a sudden cut and then me screaming, no, why am I dying? But if I did die, it would be massive fail, because really it's not that hard. Because the Mad King demands that they let me pass with impunity. And indeed they do. Oh fuck, I just literally rubber banded at the worst possible place, and now I'm really low on health. Oh my god, that was close. Look at how low my energy is. Oh, and skill 4 was recharging. I can't believe that. I did almost die. Wow. Alright, well here we are, we're at the labyrinth. Greetings, O ancient and decrepit lord of the labyrinth. I come on behalf of Mad King Thorn, who has sent me to learn of what troubles these lands. Your master cannot read the signs? It is doom, Candyman, death inevitable, the ender of all, the mouth at the edge of darkness. Please forgive for my interruption, wise reaper. Perhaps I could hear the rest of Doom's many names some other time. I will relay this to Mad King. Perhaps you could travel to the Hall of Judgment to determine the gravity of our situation with King Frozenwind and your fellow reapers. I will go and assess the threat posed by Doom, who some call the Omega Death, the voice in the void, the final judge, and so on. I love how many names he's got. You actually notice in some of the descriptions. I think the final description, when I actually finally beat Doom, that video's just got like every single name he's ever been given, and most of them come from the Reaper of the Labyrinth. It's hilarious. I just love how many names. It's actually quite good, really, because, you know, really powerful stuff like that tends to have lots of names. Well, or, you know, a lot of mythological things that crop up all the time tend to have like loads of names and loads of titles. But yeah, alright, okay, so we're back out in the Vale. I'm sure you don't have to, but I like to use my skill 4 there. Just because they look a little bit threatening and they could block you in, perhaps. And as you just saw, like, before I filmed this video, I did like a test run out here, because obviously it's been a year since I've done it, so I just wanted to be 100% sure of the skills and stuff. And I died on it because I rubber banded, kind of near where I just rubber banded just now, actually. But this was on recharge, so I didn't have that, but I couldn't use it. Anyway, here we go. Here's the last Reaper. Greetings, O gaunt and mighty Reaper. I come on behalf of Mad King Thorn, who seeks to greater understand the threats to Grenth's realm. Hail, emissary of the autumn lunatic. I love that name. I know of what you speak. My master does not yet believe, but I imagine you will tell me it is Doom. If this is so, I beseech you to leave the Forgotten Vale and take counsel with King Frozenwind at the Hall of Judgment, so we may judge the severity of the renewed threat. What antic harrower believes matters little in this place. I will travel to the Hall of Judgment, for its doom and his threat is always grave. My god, I don't know what it is. The quest text on this fucking quest is so wordy. I keep fucking screwing it up. Alright, let's keep going. The Mad King demands you let me pass with impunity. Right, that's all of them now, except obviously the one in the Ice Waste, which is conveniently right on track with King Frozenwind, which is why it's advisable to leave that one for last. I hope these guys don't just suddenly charge at me. I think they are. That's what their patrol's like, isn't it? Nope. They're going to let me pass. Sweet. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of what the Reapers has to say, because they give you the choice of what order to go in, the Reapers, their dialogue's pretty much exactly the same every time, just very slightly different. Yeah, which isn't that bad. It would be nice if there was a little bit more sustenance to them, or maybe we learn actually some more about Doom. Because if you like, when I started doing the Underworld series, see, look, that guy almost body blocked me there, but I managed to get around. When I first started doing the Underworld series, I knew about this quest chain, and at first I thought, shit, I'm going to have to wait till Halloween to do it, because there's so much cool information in the Halloween quest chain that how can you possibly show people the Underworld with the Doom fight without all of that lore already established? And then I got to reading it on Wiki a few months ago when I did it, and I was like, hold on, actually, a lot of it's just completely inconsequential what the dialogue says. It just doesn't matter at all. So it's really not that bad, but I would like a bit more. Another thing I'd quite like to have seen on this, actually. I'm not body blocked, am I? No. Another thing I would have quite liked to have seen is every time you go to a Reaper, it adds like a few more spawns. As you know, after this quest chain, skeletons of Doom start spawning all around the Underworld, and they didn't exist in the Underworld until this quest chain was added, until Doom was added. And they were another thing that was sort of dissuading people from. Oh shit! What was that? I was body blocked. Oh dear! A lot of these guys are going to suddenly become allied. Oh dear. See, it's dangerous. You got to watch out around here. It's not even a lack of skill that will ruin it for you. It's just lag. And I mean, I'm not even lagging. What's my ping right now? My ping is... I don't think I've ever hovered over the ping on my whole Let's Play until now. I do have a ping of 300. I don't know why. Crappy British internet, maybe? Well, we don't always have crappy internet. We have crappy upload, but really good download. Yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? Something about how the... I keep doing this in recent episodes. I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. About how, yeah, the quest changes. Oh, no, yeah, what the skeletons of Doom that get added to the Underworld. I thought it'd be so cool if every time you spoke to a new Reaper, I don't know if I can actually walk up that way. Every time, I'm pretty sure you can actually. Every time you speak to a new Reaper, more like skeletons of Doom start to spawn. So do you remember in Cantha, see, I hate the cold fires. They'll slow you down, and they're a real threat, and if you lose at the end here, it's horrible. If every time you spoke to a Reaper, more skeletons started to spawn, that'd be so cool. Like, so eventually, it's like in Faction, sorry. What is it? Vizina Square, Napui Quarter? The one where you're speaking to the Oracle, and slowly more and more Star Sentinels start to spawn. That's so cool, I'd love to see that. But it doesn't happen. Yeah, try and hit me with Shardstorm, I'll dodge it. Oh shit, there's 3. Crap! One of them did hit me with Shardstorm. Now they're going to start standing up before I can get away. Oh, it's fine. I can pop my ult. There we go. Easy peasy. I'm not going to read it again. We all know what we say. It would be cool if there was more dialogue on that as well, but whatever. Did this just ally the cold fires that are all the way up here as well? No way, did it? I think it did. No, it didn't. These are just ice elementals. Alright, so here we go. Finally. Oh, shit. I didn't speak to the Reaper down there, did I? Oh, crap. Whoops. Oh, I've got to go back through these guys now. Ugh. It's alright, they're not too bad as long as you just use that. There you go. See, it makes a lot of them allied. I think what it is if just one member of their group is in range of you, and you use it, all of them in the group will become allied regardless of how far away they are, which is nice. Alright, so here we go. Here's the last Reaper. Excuse that little cock up there. I salute you, O grand and frostbitten watcher of the ice wastes. Mad King Thorn has sent me to have his visions confirmed and clarified. Have you seen any troubles, and do you know their route? Strange sights have I seen. Ominous portents have I heard on the chill winds. The hour of doom may be at hand. Wise Reaper, we have need of you. Please travel to the Hall of Judgment and meet with King Frozen Wind and your peers. I shall go. Sweet. So now all of the Reapers are going to be up there. It's actually really quite a cool scene that we sort of get when we come up here. I always enjoy. Have you noticed how little I've used skill 2? Like, it's a good skill. It's an AoE 90% snare for ages. But it's only, obviously, if they're spellcasters, it doesn't matter, because it's just not going to make any difference at all. So, I think Wiki actually says you can complete the whole quest using just skill 1 and skill 3, which doesn't surprise me at all. Maybe the bone pits, that one bit where I said to use 4, that might be a little bit hard. But everywhere else, I can totally imagine it. But yeah, people get very efficient at this because you get a lot of trick-or-treat bags from it. So some people farm the trick-or-treat bags by doing this on lots of characters. Because obviously you don't need runes, you don't need skills, you don't need equipment. It will give it all to you for you. Another reason why it's good for introducing people to the Underworld. Anyway, here we go. Oh, have I missed one? I've forgotten one. Who did I forget? I've consulted 6 Reapers. Who was the last one? Oh no, who did I forget? Oh, I forgot the one there in the mountains. No, in the Twin Serpent Mountains. How did I forget that? Alright, I'm going to cut it till I'm there. Screw that, I'm not letting you guys watch all that. See you guys in a second. Shit! Alright, we're back at the mountains. We've seen the walk here. But I guess I'll show you the walk all the way to the Reaper. It wouldn't be fair to show everything else, but not that. Alright, so what we want to do is come this way. I love these dragons here as well. Did I talk about that much in the Underworld series? I wonder if they're ever going to mean anything. You'll see in a couple of these Halloween episodes. The 2011 Halloween sort of quest that they added. When we go there, we'll see these dragons are there again. And I wonder if ArenaNet... Well, the live team's obviously seen them because they've just created new content for them. And they've been reminded of their existence. So I wonder if... they're actually they've like asked the lore team, hey, is there any significance behind these, or whether we'll learn more about them. It'd be cool if this turned out to be some kind of, I don't know, elder dragon that exists within the mist. Oh no, it's not that way. That exists within the mists rather than like on Tyria or something. Because who's to say that the elder dragons couldn't exist outside of Tyria? I mean, they obviously got to the planet somehow. I doubt they just like evolved there. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did. Who knows? So yeah, this area is very easy, obviously. Just don't walk on the bear moths, but they've made the spawns really nice so that it's impossible for you to have to walk on them. So if you ever see yourself going in a direction and they're like barring your way, you know that you've gone the wrong way because it just doesn't happen. Here you are. Why didn't I get you earlier? Stupid. Right. Withered and fabulous Reaper of the Twin Serpent Mountains, I bring you cordial best wishes from Mad King Thorn. My liege requests your guidance. Greetings, colourful candy cane creature. What guidance may I provide for your lord? The Mad King senses a disturbance in this realm. Watcher of the Cursed Brothers, do you know the cause and possibly the counteraction? Your deference pleases me. Tell the grim Japer. See, what is this word? Japer? I Google defined that and Google pronounced that, but it didn't come up with anything. That the disturbance he senses is doom. I shall travel to the Hall of Judgment to discuss with my fellow Reapers what remedy we may possibly hope for, though I think there be none. Yeah, like, it just came up with, like, some Spanish town or something. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys are watching this as some kind of guide or you want to play along with me, come to this guy after you've done the spawning pools. Come here after that, so basically you do them all together, and on your way back through, come here. That's the order I do, anyway. As I was in the middle of saying before I actually interrupted myself by realising I hadn't got the last guy. So people farm this quest, so... they know really fast ways of going through it. You can see my candy cane's about to run out, which means I've been in here about 30 minutes. Oh shit, I'm going to probably have to split this video then. Oh, I forgot how long this was going to be. Alright, well, people can do it in, I think, about 15 minutes, maybe even less than that. So, it's pretty cool. Anyway, right, yeah, so I will cut it again. We'll be back up with the Reapers. I don't want to show you guys all this running around. Look at all this running around we've done. See you guys in a sec. Look, there's the tail of the dragon. It's amazing. What? It's so long. Look at it go. Whew, and we're back. Alright, cool. The candy cane's still up, so it didn't actually take that long to get back here. If you're just running around, you move so fast. It feels amazing to just get from one end of the Underworld to the other so quickly when you're so used to having to fight so much. Anyway, here we go. So here comes the council. It's pretty cool, isn't it, where you get to stand here. Gathered Reapers, King Frozenwind, what may I relay from this conference to my lord? Tell the Mad King that doom, subdued or awake, draws strength from each death in the Underworld. The ancient enchantments Grenth created to bind doom in this place are weakening once again and soon may fail entirely. Have you something I can present to the Mad King as evidence of this threat? The word of the Reapers is enough, says the one of the bone pits. See, they give you so much time to read that box, but so little time to read others. Didn't I tell you it was doom? I did. I'll say it again. It's doom. Alright, Frozenwind, no worries. Is there nothing we can do? Surely Doom's return is not inevitable. It is as inevitable as death itself. Does every single Reaper get a word in at some point? The one of the labyrinth says, "Go now, emissary of Mad King Thorn. Tell your master to prepare for the coming of the Ender of all, the final judge, the Emperor of Oblivion, the Master of Nothingness." There he goes with the titles again. Thank you, mighty King Frozenwind, and my thanks to you, wise Reapers. If you'll excuse me, I must return to the Mad King's steward with this fateful news. Something cool you can do here, I've only got 30 seconds to show you it, is the door to the Hall of Judgment in this quest, I think, hold on. Yeah, you can actually walk through it for whatever reason, so you can actually come scout out this room, whenever you'd like, without having to do like all the regular Underworld stuff. As I was saying when I was actually fighting Doom, these runes here, you find these at the Eye of Janthir. I don't know what they say or what language they're in, but it's pretty interesting, isn't it? That you get the same texture here. Very cool. Anyway, there we go. We're done with that quest. That's not all of the quests in this chain, though, actually. The other ones are pretty easy, though. So sadly, that's the last one where you get to be an emissary of Mad King Doom. Mad King Dooms? Mad King Thorns? Mad King Doom, Jesus. Doesn't that sound scary? You guys haven't even seen Mad King Thorn yet. I can't wait to show you him. Alright, so here we go. Here's the steward. We're done. Wow, my screen lags out during this event now. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Anyway, you have returned, and with great tidings. I shall return to the Mad King and convey the certitude from our Underworld allies. Doom's reawakening is serious enough to interrupt pie time. I have a feeling we shall have need of your skills once again soon. Until then. Alright, sweet. So we actually get phantasmal tonics here, which let us look like Reapers. Pretty cool. Where is it? Where are the phantasmal tonics? Did they go into my first? Yeah, there we go. See, so you can drink these and look like Reapers. Pretty badass. You can't use it in explorable areas, but still kind of cool. Alright, okay, so here's the next one. Greetings! I'm glad you've returned. I have curious news from the Mad Realm. His dreadful majesty, who is usually ready to believe just about anything, remains obstinate about the possibility of Doom's re-emergence. The Reapers have sent word that Doom's elite skeletal soldiers have begun appearing throughout the Underworld in greater and greater numbers. Okay, so this is the appearance of the skeletons of Doom, of which we've seen none during this quest chain, but in the Underworld, of course, you've seen loads of them. If we could present Mad King Thorn with the remains of one of these minions, he would most likely see the danger on the horizon. Unfortunately, killing them only adds to Doom's growing power. If you were instead to weaken one of... I love how tall I am. I like proper have to look down my nose at him. If you were to instead weaken one of Doom's minions without killing it, you should be able to imprison it with an everlasting mob stopper. Or an everlasting gobstopper. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Return to me quickly with the trapped enemy and I will replace it. And I will place it before my lord. Sweet. Okay, so what could possibly go wrong? I'll do it. For reward here, we get a passage scroll to the Underworld so that we can just go in and out whenever we want. How are we actually going to get in this time? Because we either need a passage scroll or we need 1,000 gold. Because we can't just get a free ticket now using the tonic, because we're not going as an emissary anymore. Or can we just speak to him? I don't think we can just speak to him. Somebody kneel. Why isn't there the voice of Grenth here? Jesus. Kneel. I love thinking of sort of how Doom, Grenth, King Frozenwind, Mad King Thorn, they all kind of react with one another. And oh, do we not even have? No, we do have Favour of the Gods. Why isn't somebody summon him? There we go. Thank you, Mr. Dervish. Can I get in for free? Are you gonna let me? No, I need to pay 1,000 gold or use a passage scroll. I have neither, so I'll see you guys in. Wait, what's the? Oh, that's the mob stopper. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Hold on. There you go. See. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, here we go, and I've added my party in as well, obviously, because we can't solo it anymore. So, do you seek to serve the god of death? The challenges you shall face in the Underworld, blah, 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 blah. We've already read all that. So now we just spawn into the regular Underworld, and we've just got to find one of these skeletons and kill him. It's actually quite simple, pretty easy to do. Hopefully, as long as my team can actually survive. So, get your mob stopper ready. Okay, I think it's actually easier than the quest makes it sound, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll see. Alright, so we'll come up and kill these attacks. And there's your first skeleton right there, and that's all you got to do, just one skeleton. And multiple people in your party can capture from the same one. It's not a problem at all. Hopefully we'll actually survive long enough. Look at all the damage Kami's taking. Oh my god. This is what just random heroes are like. This is how dangerous the Underworld really is, people. So here, look, right, we'll kill these guys. Actually, we're not doing too bad. We'll kill that Dying Nightmare. So the Dying Nightmares are like the original things that were introduced to stop people farming, and the skeletons are the new things that have been introduced. Here we go. So what you got to do is get him weak, and then just start double-clicking your mob stopper as much as you can, and you'll capture it. See? You received one captured skeleton, which should be in my inventory somewhere. There you go. See? And you can actually see him inside it. It's really cool texture, actually. It looks a bit like a fossil. And I think you can just kill the skeleton, though, and then just double-click afterwards, which is a shame, because that kind of makes the quest a bit easier. And literally, if you get 8 players, and this is what happened when the quest first came out, because these quests didn't all come out instantly at Halloween, I should mention that. They were, like, staggered. Let's resign, actually, because I don't want to have to go back to the PvP Isles and do all that crappy zoning. They were, like, staggered as they were entered. And when it first came out, I remember just, you'd have whole teams of 8 people just kill that first skeleton, capture it, and then leave. And that was it. It's just so funny. Right, so now once we've completed this one, we're going to get 2 quests. One of them is repeatable, where basically you can just keep capturing those skeletons, and you would get rewards for it, and people would farm that for a while. And the other one I'll show you, but we don't actually have to complete. So, you do come through in a pinch. Now, to convince Mad King Thorn and determine how Doom's slumber may be extended indefinitely. My thanks, mortal. Sweet. Okay, so here we go. These are the last two quests, okay? We get every bit helps, alright? The Mad King, whom I serve most obediently, appears more concerned about dripping pie filling on his invisible pony than the possible return of doom. Remember the invisible pony, because that's coming back in 2011, okay? Though I am unworthy to speculate about the thickness of his head, I can see in his empty eyes that he doesn't consider one skeleton evidence of an uprising. Would you mind capturing a few more of Doom's minions? Naturally, I'll reward you for every batch of evidence you bring. Okay. So this is a repeatable quest. The idea of this quest is you just capture, I think it's 3 skeletons, and then you zone out, and then you get 25 trick-or-treat bags, 1,000 gold, loads of experience. Just keep doing it. It's probably quite good for Survivor, actually, with all that experience you get, as long as you can survive. And basically, when the quest came out, this was the last quest you could really get and do. So in 2009, Doom wasn't actually added during Halloween. It was just the quest before. He wasn't added for like a month after it. So for a long time, this is sort of the end, and people would just keep repeating this. There's no real dialogue we're missing here, because when you complete it, he just says thank you very much, essentially, and there's nothing interesting, so there's no point us doing it. The other quest you could also get, called the Waiting Game. Okay, faced with overwhelming evidence, the Mad King has conceded his sense of impending doom was due to, well, you get the picture. But I fear this realization is all for naught. Though Mad King Thorn has the ability to appear in this world each autumn, his power over the mortal realm is limited. He informs me his strength within the Underworld is weaker still. I find this line hilarious, because we just caused everything in the Underworld to stop fighting us because we said we were a steward of Mad King Thorn, and that's it. That we were an emissary of Mad King Thorn, and yet he has no power there? Whatever. Okay, so as the Mad King's steward, I cannot do much more than sweep up his crumbs and groom his invisible pony. So it seems we can offer no further assistance. You and the others of your realm must face the return of doom. If you wish to hold back the coming night, seek out the voice of Grenth and offer your assistance. Okay, now this quest, how do I describe this? When this was first added, as I said, Doom wasn't actually in the game. So people could get the quest, okay, and then they'd go and speak to the voice of Grenth, and the voice would say, it is not yet time to fight Doom. Then at some point a few months later, the voice said, oh, now you can fight, and that's what he says to us now. Essentially, think of that quest there as like the overarching quest you could have through the Underworld. So you'd get that, and then that quest would point you, you'd go into the Underworld, and that quest would point you to the Reaper of the Labyrinth, and then you do everything we saw in my Underworld series. You'd see all of that stuff, and then the quest ends just before the fight with Doom, where you can speak to King Frozenwind, and he say, right, this is it, this is the final fight. So that's like an overarching quest. That's the quest that I was really bummed out that I couldn't have when we were doing my Underworld series, because that one would have really helped to sort of direct players through it. So yeah, there you go. You can see how these quests kind of teach people about the Underworld and then lead them into completing it properly and facing Doom in the end. So yeah, there you go. That's the first quest chain. Obviously those 2 quests we don't actually have to see. To do the other one, obviously I'd have to complete the whole Underworld again, which obviously I'm not going to do. So yeah, there you go. I think that's about it. This video will probably have to be split, maybe even into 3 parts. I had no idea how long it was. I completely forgotten. So yeah, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm happy now. I feel like Underworld's completely complete. We've seen everything. It's pretty sweet. Next video, we are going to be looking at the quests. So those were the quests that were added in 2009. We just did, and tomorrow we're going to be looking at the quest chains that were added in 2010. All right. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Happy Halloween.